Hello student, welcome to our history class. In last video we completed our third lesson, the Harappan civilization. The name of our third lesson is the Harappan civilization, complete in our last videos. Now let us start our fourth lesson, the Vedic civilization. In this lesson include the 5 points. The Vedic literature, second point is family system, day-to-day life, third point is agriculture, animal husbandry, economic and social life. Fourth point is religious ideas and fifth point is political system. In this point contains 4 points. Now let us start our first point. First point is the Vedic literature. The civilization that is based on Vedic literature. The civilization that is based on Vedic literature is known as Vedic civilization. What is meant by Vedic civilization? The civilization that is based on the Vedic literature is known as Vedic civilization. The Veds are considered to be our earliest literature. The Veds were composed by many sages and rishis. Some Vedic rhymes were composed by women. Here student, what is meant by Vedic literature? Civilization that is based on Vedic literature is known as Vedic civilization. The Veds are considered to be our earliest literature. The Veds were composed by many sages and rishis. Some Vedic rhymes were composed by women. Then Vedic literature is in Sanskrit. Vedic literature is very rich and diverse. You know student, Vedic literature is in Sanskrit. Vedic literature is very rich and diverse. The Rig Veda is considered to be the first text. It is in the form of verses. There are 4 Veds. In the Vedic literature there are 4 Veds. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda and Atharva Veda. How many types of Veds? 4 types of Veds. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda and Atharva Veda. The Vedic texts are known as Samhita, Ved, V-I-D, Ved, means to know. The Vedic texts are known as Samhita, V-I-D means, Ved means to know. The term Veda derives from Ved, it means knowledge, to know. The term Veda derives from Ved, it means knowledge. The Veds have been preserved through the oral tradition. The Veds are also called Shruti. Here student, Vedic literature in Sanskrit. Vedic literature is very rich and diverse. The Rig Veda is considered first text. The 4 types of Veds. How many types of? 4 types of Veds. Which are these? Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda and Atharva Veda. The Vedic texts are known as Samhita. Ved means to know. The terms Ved derives from Ved. It means knowledge. The terms Ved derives from Ved. It means knowledge. The Veds have been preserved through the oral tradition. The Veds are also called as Shruti. The Veds also called as Shruti. Then our next point is Rig Veda Samhita. Our next point is Rig Veda Samhita. Each verse of the Veda is known as rich. Rig Veda means rich. Each verse of the Veda is known as rich. So the Veds consist of rich is called Rig Veda. Rich means verse composed praise a deity. When a number of rich are put together, praise a particular deity. The poetic composition is called Sukta. The Rig Veda consists of many suktas composed of praise different deities. Here Rig Veda Samhita. What is Rig Veda Samhita? Each verse of the Veda is known as rich. So Veda consists the riches is called Rig Veda. Riches means the verse composed to praise a deity. When number of riches are put together to praise a particular deity, and poetic composition is called Sukta. The Rig Veda consists of many suktas composed of praise different deities. Then next Yajur Veda Samhita. Our next is Yajur Veda Samhita. The Yajur Veda contains mantras uttered during the yajna. Yajur Veda consists mantras uttered during the yajna. Yajur Veda provides guidance about how and when the different mantras must be chanted during yajna rites. How and when mantra must be chanting during the yajna rites. These texts include the verse or poetic incantations and their explanation in prose. This text includes the verses or poetic incantations and their explanation in prose. Do you know, student, the meaning of some suktas? O Almighty, make it rain in plenty. May we get a plentiful crop in our field. Make there be plenty of milk for our children. May the cows come to our homes and stay happily in their pens. May they bear many calves. Arise, O people, darkness has vanished. With the advent of dawn and sunlight comes dawn had awakened, and whole world lets the pursue our own occupation and each riches. Then our next Samhita is Samved Samhita. Our third number Samhita is Samved Samhita. The Samved provides guidance on singing Rigvedic verse to set rhymes, rhythms and tunes at the time of Yajna rites. The Samved has contributed in a major way in laying the foundation of Indian musics. Then next, Atharva Ved Samhita. The Atharva Ved is named after Atharva Rishi. This Ved is different from the other three Veds. It is more concerned with many things in day-to-day life of the people. Here, student, our fourth Samhita is Atharva Ved Samhita. The Atharva Ved Samhita is named after Atharva Rishi. Named after Atharva Rishi. The Ved is different from other three Veds. Atharva Ved is different from other three Veds. Which are other three Veds? Rigved, Yajurved and Samved. And fourth number is Atharva Ved Samhita is different from other three Veds. It includes solution to adversities and diseases. In Atharva Ved Samhita includes solution of advertising and diseases. It also provides information about medicinal herbs. In Atharva Ved Samhita also provides medicinal herbs, plants, little plants. The Atharva Ved provides guidance to a king about the way he should administer his kingdom. In Atharva Ved provides guidance to a king. It also guidance provides to a king about the way he should administer his kingdom. The Brahmana texts Aranyakas and Upanishads were written after the composition of Samhitas. They are also include the Vedic literature. Here complete our four Ved, Rigved, Yajurved, Samved and Atharva Ved Samhita. The Brahman texts Aranyakas and Upanishads were written after the composition of Samhitas. They are also included Vedic literature. Our next point is our next period.